What's up, y'all? Oh, I done caught a little snag. But yeah. Okay, sorry. I didn't expect my hair. But yeah, well, like I said, what's up, y'all? Today, I wanted to talk about something that I have been very reluctant to actually talk about with you guys because I can be very private, you know. Shout out to my Scorpio Mercury. But yeah, like I stated in my initial comeback video, I did not make videos for like the past couple of years consistently because of certain things that had transpired in my life. And even still to this point, like, because I've really reached a breaking point, not necessarily like on a mental level, but how can I say, I'm not having a breakdown. It's more like what I've reached is just a sense of like, okay, it's kind of like having a tarot moment. Like if some people that, you know, probably have experience with tarot, like you understand there's a card in there called the tarot moment. Some people look at it like it's bad, but it depends on your perspective. Really, I view the tarot moment as something that's not supposed to be there being broken down, you know, depending on the scenario or how it plays out, or somebody trying to tear something down. But when I look at the tarot card of the Tower moment, I look at it as like whatever foundation that thing, situation, or whatever, or that idea was built upon, its foundation is very weak, it's unstable, it was not built the way that it was supposed to be built, ergo it will not stand the test of time, trials, and tribulations, because it did not have the proper foundation, the proper backing to actually last. And some things were a lot, some things were to my surprise, but those things all led to my current tower moment. And the tower moment was not just having to leave my home, but not even being able to rent anymore. And on top of not even being able to rent anymore, because now that was like my foundation, my stand of my home, and I didn't find that out till it was time for me to move. The dissolving of my long-term romantic relationship, that's a story in itself. Like, it's not all negative, even in that sense. It's also just, you know, let me piece this together correctly. All in all, with that being said, with realizing certain people that you thought actually were there for you, blood or no blood, like people that you truly thought had your back, you find out that they don't. The whole entire time they just smiling in your face, but really the entire time they actually have been low-key trying to plot on your downfall, trying to do character assassination, not even the truth. Like, it would have been different if you just told the truth, but it's not even that. And then, so that hurt a lot, because I had done a lot for this person. I had been there for that person a lot ever since I met them. So that hurt a lot. But also, it's just a lot of things kind of fall into the wayside. It's like, okay, do or die in your darkest moments, like who's truly there for you, you know, like looking out for people who are just monitoring spirits, not here to help, but they want to feel like they can come around, try to get stuff on you so that way they can go back and kiki about it, because they look at your life as more so entertainment and not as you being a person. It has been so much more, probably a lot more than what I am even putting into this video. And honestly, it's a lot of emotions that I'm trying to hold within and try to hold myself up and steady, because it has been very, very trying, even just for the past few years. And then it just kind of like, at one point there was some peace, and then it just kind of like picked back up. Like it. But at the end of the day, despite basically being in the verge of homelessness, and right now I'm in the home buying process, like, because this seemed like to be the only potential saving grace that I have as far as having a home. And anybody knows that has bought a home before, like, that usually takes prep time. Most people take like about 6 months to a year from when they decide, like, yeah, I want to buy a home, and then they start doing the things necessary to ensure that they are successful in purchasing said home. That wasn't me. I literally probably had a month, if that, probably actually really 2 weeks. But it ended up taking like a month, and at this point it's been like 1, 2, going on about 3 months for my closing date coming up. But it has been very, very trying. Even having to live with the person that had betrayed you, like the one that was smiling your face. But then after you get there, that's when it all starts really showcasing, like, oh, okay, this person, because I had known about, like the talking behind my back stuff for years, and every time they would be like, why you just don't go talk to her, because it sounds like you just got a misunderstanding about what she's saying. That person would be like, they don't want to, so what am I to do? So I allowed them to have their space. And then come to find out, while living there, in the meanwhile, until you can finish closing on a property so that way you can get out as soon as you freaking can, you find out about the lies, about the attempts to assassinate your character, like all of that. So now even being there is just been like, oh my gosh, I'm literally pretty much throwing back entire checks just to ensure that I got all the money there that I need to have at the closing table, so I can get the keys and me and my daughter can get out and out. When I say, like, if you guys know anything about like astrology and birth charts, like when I say it's almost like darn near every area in that chart has almost kind of been on fire. I could pretty much say, ranging from my 3rd house, 4th house, now my kid kind of straight. So on the 6th house, but then 7th house, 8th house, all that's pretty much been on fire. And then for the past couple years, I still could not have gotten to a point where I can be stable enough so that I can actually go back to school and get my master's and get my law degree. Like, that's really what I want to do, because I really want to be able to help people. Like, I want to pursue social justice law because I want to be able to help people, even legally. And so that's bothering me as well. And then always feeling like I have to start over in my career sector of my life. And it seems like every time I start to get my footing into something decent, it's like, nope, uproot, no, you should get rid of this, blah, blah. I'm not doing that no more. I'm not going back again. Like, I want to go forward. Like, I'm building up. Like, so I'm not going back. And I've always referred to myself as like the bounce back kid. Like, I dealt with a lot of shit. But I've always had that fighter spirit within me to always want to keep going forward. And that's what I even encourage you all to still even do to this day. Like, you going through something, you in a bad relationship, you don't know shit left from right, up from down at this point, like what direction to go into, like, you being tried like on the home front, like are you on the verge of being homeless? Are you homeless? You know, dealing with people who say they have your back, or people that's allegedly supposed to have your back, family, friend, or whatever, only find out that they really been snakes in the grass the whole entire time. Like my boy J. Cole said, that's how you know that you've arrived. I guess that's how you know you arrived spiritually, mentally, supposedly. That's my guess. Because I'm not rich yet. But it's like, despite all that, on top of all the other shit, I'm still determined to try to make it do what it do. Because honestly, it was at a point where I found out, girl, I'm saying girl, when I found out that I couldn't rent because of what took place with the partner that I was with, and being in the state that I'm in, like they kind of doubled down on it. So they want you to pay like a full year's worth of rent up front in order to get that stuff taken off your record. And being basically left to try to cultivate this stuff on your own. And to try to pull a Hail Mary. And a sixth of the time frame that most people probably would take. Some is even a 12th of the time frame. And they like make it happen. And then even that process has been trying in itself. I might even just, you know, at some point I'm probably going to do a home buying like series. And I was hesitant about posting it because I did not want to put forth something that wasn't like idea, and you know, like it was put together very well and crisp, like well planned, well thought out. My inner Virgo, like I wanted to present something better, but that's not what my situation is. My situation isn't ideal. My situation wasn't planned on my end. I didn't plan for this. I didn't. So despite all that, despite even still being threatened with homelessness, even after they pretend like they wanted you to come back and stay there, at least until to allow you to do that, so that way you did not have to start over, and you didn't have to give up your job, you didn't have to do all that. At this point, even being so deep into the process, and like I said, I've been under country twice now. The first one couldn't go FHA. This one will. Because honestly, I was expecting to be out probably by late October. But that one didn't work out. And so there was something that popped up. It was more expensive, so more money. And so that took more time. And it was just, the whole experience has been ghetto. Just dealing with the people that had been in my life, and then this, like the people that have been causing unnecessary strife. But I'm literally, I refuse to give up. And that was something that I came to when I got threatened with homelessness again about like a month ago. Not just me, my daughter as well. I was just like, you know what? I'm so close, I can fucking taste it. And I'm hoping I can go all the way through. I refuse to give up. I do. So if that means doing what I gotta do, doing what's necessary for me and my daughter, whether I gotta, you know, have her father come through or something, I'm going to do what I need to do. And I'm going to try to make this shit happen. Because I fucking refuse for some hating ass people to come into my life, try to dismantle the shit, and then try to look at me like, oh, look at you now, whoop the whoop. No, I fucking refuse. I do. And you know what? The algorithm might ban my video for this. I don't know, but I'm hoping that I can reach and touch the heart and the soul of somebody else that's probably in a similar situation, or someone who needs to hear this. Don't give up, and don't let nobody force you to give up. Do not give up. Do not stop fighting. Get up. I know it hurts. I know you feel like you have been beaten down and knocked down continuously, even by the people who were supposed to allegedly have been there for you. Yes, the betrayal fucking sucks. It hurts. Yes, you have to hold a mental funeral for them in your mind and give them their forgiveness, but keep them folks out your life. But don't give up. Do not give up. There is so much more to life, and I promise you, God did not bring you here to let you fall and to let you be in pain and to live a life of misery. That's not living life. You were brought here to live life. So I want to help you to remember that, and I hope that I can inspire you to continue to move forward with your life. Follow your dreams. Do the things that you would set out to do, the passions that was placed on you, the blessings that you were blessed to have and to bless and bestow upon others. Share your gifts. Get up. Do not let them win. They can think that they might have won, and you can let them think that. But in a war, there are a multitude of battles. A multitude. Some you might come out looking great. Some you might come out looking like they did a number on you. And guess what? And that's okay. Because at the end of the day, at the end of this war, you will be coming out on top, and you will be standing tall. So even from my situation that I gave a glimpse about, even into yours, who I don't know anything about your situation, but get up. Do not let these folks tear you down. Do not let them beat you down. You are better than this. You are stronger than this. And you will defeat this. You will. No ifs, ands, buts about it. Period. And you gonna look fly while you doing it. And if you feel like you don't look fly, you better feel like you fly while you're doing it, because guess what? You just got back up from one of the most pressing and hardest things that probably any other person would have thrown in the towel on. They probably would have looked at him like, man, I guess it's time to give up. I might as well get out of here, start turning tricks or doing something, but no, not you. Please get up. Please get up. Don't let these people think that they've beaten you. And even, you know what? And even if they think that they've beaten you, show them better than you can tell them how much they're wrong. You will emerge from this like the phoenix from the flames. And you will come out breathing fires of rebirth and glory. Because I bet you, on my bottom dollar, I'm going to do the same. Learn your lessons. Don't let nobody hold you back. Don't let nobody treat you in a way where you feel like now you have to boggle yourself down. You are so much better than this, and you know it. And not better than this in a way where you have to turn your nose up. But you're better than this in the sense of like you will not be defeated. And you will not allow nobody to tear you down. Against all odds. Wipe the blood from your mouth and the sweat from your brow and focus. Game plan. What do we need to do to ensure that this will happen? Get your spirit back in check. Pray. Meditate. Get yourself into a state where you can manifest. Get your mind right. Put yourself back in focus. Pay attention to the things that need to be done. Line them up in the scenarios and the ways in which they need to be done. And if you're not good at that, ask God's spirit, ancestors, especially the ones that know what to do, that can see what needs to be done. Help guide me, show me. They'll speak to you intuitively. I promise you. I promise you. As a person that's clairsentient, I feel my things through the good. I do. I know if I get that strong good feeling and I can understand what's being told to me, that's when I know. And I'm sure you feel the same. Because the energy I put out on this channel attracts people of a similar vibe to my tribe. Because that's all I want, is some true and authentic, genuine good people in my tribe. Get up. Against all odds, you can make it through this. And you will. And you will. Mark my words. You will. I really hope that this video reaches the right people or person, and that you get exactly what you need. And if you guys want to talk about it in the comments, we can come up with ideas together on how to overcome our situations. We can come together as a community and help support one another to get out of these hellish situations. Because I refuse to believe that this is the life that God has set forth for you. You are supposed to be living life, not living misery, because misery is not necessarily life. You might experience misery, but it is not your over-encapsulating life. You will be happy. You will experience joy. You will be setting out to do all the things that you would love to do. And you will try some things you will learn from, some things you might fail at, but you will not be miserable. You will be happy. You will live a life full of love and joy. And be surrounded by those who share that love and joy for you and with you, and also with themselves. We can heal, and we will heal. We will heal. But that's really what I want my channel to be. I want to build a community for all of us to live, grow, and thrive. Like I said, I hope this reaches the right people or the right person. And always keep God, Spirit first with you. Remember that. The Creator is always with you because the Creator is in you. You are the Creator. You are created in that image. You are the Creator. It is within you. It is within all of us. Don't give up. You can make so much more out of this. I'll catch y'all around.